come over. What is up, everybody? Hey, thanks for joining me for the Pillars of Action. Action. What's up? I am the Everyday Dad. Thanks for joining me today. And we are very excited to have this live stream. You know, we are back. Whoop, hold on, we forgot. There we go. Now the illusion is set, and we are all ready to have some fun with the live stream tonight. My normal partner in crime is not here. I think she's asleep right now because she had a pretty long day today, which is the everyday wife. What happened to my wrist? Oh, embarrassing things that we don't necessarily have to talk about. We can, you know what? We can take this off. We can take this off so that nobody has to pay attention to it because it's certainly not embarrassing or anything like that. What's up, Kenneth? I see Jeff. I see Cohen, Pro Game, Photo Gear Fun, Carlos. I saw some others. I think I saw Rick Halber out there. What's up, everybody? Hope everybody is having a fantastic week. So we don't, for those of you that are new to the stream, we are generally not sponsored by Coke Cherry Zero. The Everyday Wife bought me Coke Vanilla, I almost said Cherry again, Coke Vanilla Zero. And, you know, it's kind of the same thing. It's not the same. But thanks very much for it. So I hope everybody's having a fantastic day today. So, what's up, Denis? Dad Random. I am going to put this back on because it hurts. So the story is, we'll get this out of the way. So I was at Spinup. You know, if you were not down there, Spinup was a heck of a good time. I really appreciate Kelly from Ready Set Drone inviting me out there, as I'm not really a drone person, but it was great to hang out with everybody. We flew a whole lot of drones and had a good time, and I got to meet some of you guys, and it was seriously fun. I hope he invites me back next year because I would absolutely go again because it was an awful lot of fun. But so Chris Rollins had a one wheel there. If you don't know what a one wheel is like a big, well, it's a small like car tire, like skateboard thing with a motor inside of it. And what I did was, like, Kelly from Ready Set Drone rode around on it. Brendan from Droner rode around on it. And I was like, oh, you know, everybody else is riding around on this thing. I got it. It's not gonna be a big deal. Pfft, these other guys got it. I've got it. Well, apparently, if you ride one of those one wheels and you're wobbling because you don't exactly know what you're doing, the brakes kick on and you get flung from it. So I got flung from Chris Rollins' one wheel. I thought I broke both wrists, but thankfully, audio is a little low. Hold on, let me up the audio. Oh, that's up all the way. Hold on, let me up the audio. Hopefully that will have just helped right there. Let me know if the audio is still a little low. So I normally have been streaming on the C200, which is all of the audio and stuff inside of it. Hold on, let's hear what the audio sounds like now. Have been streaming on the C200. That sounds pretty good. So we were streaming on the C200, which had the XLR mic into it. So I tried doing something similar. We're currently streaming on the Z6, and now it's a bit hot. Damn, darn. I mean. We'll drop it just a little bit. That's about as good as it's gonna get because audio is hot now. Okay, hold on. Let's listen. I gotta listen to myself. You guys don't hear me. Okay, I think we found a good balance. Okay, so yeah, I fell off the one wheel. I thought I broke both wrists. So if you were at the dinner and I seemed like I was not enjoying myself, it's because I thought I had broken both wrists at the same time, and I was just kind of like chilling out, and I was very excited to like go back to the hotel and cry myself to sleep. And then we did the live stream, and so if you saw last week's live stream and it seemed weird, it was because I was like, oh my goodness, I broke both of my wrists because I didn't go to the hospital till the next day, which was pretty wild. Pretty wild. Felix, thank you. I did make sure to record the stream. I did make sure to do that. So, if you want to watch the stream afterwards, the upload, the video that comes after the stream will not be on the Everyday Dad. It'll be on TED Live. So once that's done, I will just re-upload it to TED Live so you can see it again. No, I disagree, I am Wedge. I am perfectly good with my wrist not being broken because then I had to go through airport security the next day, which, let me tell you, so at the time, so this one, I guess, is fine. This one, I still think this one's broken, but I gotta wait a couple days to let it, I guess, heal a little bit more so that they can see if something's broken. But they say it's sprained, but, so trying to go through airport security like this, I bet the security guys were like, why does that guy look like he's gonna cry? It looks like a security risk because that guy looks uncomfortable. Why does he look uncomfortable? And it was because, you know, it sucked. Nobody recorded it, and you know what? That taught me a valuable lesson where if I'm gonna do dumb stuff and you're gonna be around a whole bunch of YouTubers, nobody's allowed to have the camera on. Basically, nobody's allowed to have their camera on for that stuff, because yeah. So so Spinup was awesome until at least if I was gonna break my wrist, it happened after I gave my speech, right? So after I gave the big talk, so that's what happened. What's up, Jim? Help at home. Hey, thanks for joining us. Herbert De Silva, what happened to my C200? It was just too big. I ended up selling it. It was a fantastic camera. I really liked it. I liked the built-in ND. I liked the audio. I liked everything about it, except it was huge. And when you do like the videos that I do and you're just out and about, I don't like attracting so much attention. I mean, I don't mind filming myself in front of people. You kind of like, after 2 years, you kind of get numb to it. But when it's that big and just everybody's like, what's that guy doing? Do you have permits for that? Like, people get weird when you have gigantic cameras with you. The smaller your camera is, the less people give a crap about what you're recording. But the C200 was awesome, but it was just, I mean, it was a huge setup. So we're currently on the Z6. I'm kind of going through like some serious like internal struggles right now. So I've got 3 cameras here right now. I've got the Fuji X-T3, I've got the the Z6, and I've got the Sony a7 III. And I'm not exactly sure which one of these 3 I'm gonna keep. So they all do something wonderful, and they're all like great cameras in their own way. I just gotta, I don't know. So the way I sold the C200 is I sold it to another YouTuber who gave me this A7 III and the cash to cover the rest. So I've got this, and I was able to get the Tamron 28-75, which has been sold out forever, but I saw it in stock on Amazon the other day, so I bought one, and it is, hold on, I actually have some footage of this, because it looks legitimate. Hold on, which one is it? So I guess it's not going to actually show footage, but this is a screen. This is a video that is supposed to be playing right now, but it's just a still. But that's just straight out of the camera, and it looks amazing. I mean, that lens by itself is what makes me want to keep the A7 III. Like, that lens is amazing. And then the Z6 that we're on right now, I'm still kind of tweaking the picture profile for how I want it. So this is the same like setting from earlier with the Z6. It's a little like, I mean, it's obviously an f4 lens as opposed to a 2.8 lens, so it's not terrible, and I do really like the colors on it. But let's go back there. So I don't know. They're both really they're both just amazing. They're both great cameras. The X-T3 is also really nice. It's probably like the best like video camera of the year, because it's got this tiny body, it's an APS-C sensor, 4K 60. It's got like a billion recording methods inside of it. It's also really good. And so next week's videos are going to be, we're going to revisit the X-T3, because I don't think I gave it a fair shot the last time we made videos about it. So it's going to be the X-T3 next week, then we're going to compare it against the Z6. And then I'm kind of debating the 5, or the, not the 5, but the, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, so it might be a little less clear, because normally I have the camera set to 4K and then I stream 1080. And this probably seems different because we went to 1080p 30 and we have been doing 1080p 60 for our streams. Because I was getting kind of sick of the, like, I just don't like how 60 frames per second looks, so I decided to move the streams from 60 to 30, so if it looks a little different, that's probably one of the reasons why. Out of focus? That surprises me that it would be out of focus. I can't actually see, it doesn't look out of focus from here, but it could just be a compression thing. I don't know. It might also be that, so I don't have an HDMI to mini HDMI, which is what the Z6 is. I have it going through like an adapter, so I have a full HDMI going through an adapter into the Z6, which might also be causing some problems. But yeah, out of focus. That's weird. Doesn't have the clarity. That's odd. Like, that seems very odd to me that it would be having issues with mine, issues with this. But no. So I really like the Z6. I like it an awful lot. No, we're streaming in. Hold on. What do we got? I've got quality, yeah, I see myself in 10. I've got my iPad right here that I'm looking at, if you're wondering what I keep looking at. And, I don't know. Definitely art. That's weird. It's a little fuzzy. Hey, check your settings to see if you're receiving the stream in 1080p or if you're seeing it in like a lower quality, because it looks... I guess it looks kind of weird. It looks choppy from here too. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I mean, it's probably so one of the things about the cameras, I don't want to blame the camera when I have so many, like, we're not in an optimal setup right now, because what I wanted to do, the plan today was to stream it through the plan was to stream it through the Ninja 5, but I was having some serious problems getting the audio to sync with the Ninja 5, so I had to abandon that, and then last minute ditch effort, we had to do this adapter. So it probably is a combination. I mean, heck, it could be the camera. I guess I can't say it's not the camera. But yeah, so I really like the Z6. I really like the XT3. I really like the A7 III. They're all darn good. They're all really darn good cameras. It's just how, like, what features do you need? Because each feature set is a little bit different. Vincent Chen, $2. Love your videos every day, Dad. Well, hey, thanks so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. But yeah, so I currently, like I said, we have the A7 III with the, hold on, you guys can see yourselves here in just a second. The A7 III with the Ninja 5 and the Tamron 28-75, which is legitimate. Here, you guys, there you go. That's you. Ow, oh, shoot. Okay, that's heavy and that hurts. Hey, that's you guys. Hey, everybody. Ow. Okay, never mind. We're not going to do that again. Sometimes you forget. When your wrist is all jacked up. But yeah, so I was kind of hoping to like physically show you guys the Z6. But do you guys have any questions about any of these cameras? I do have a whole bunch. Like I said, we've got a whole bunch of cameras around right now. So if you have any questions or anything, today's gonna be a more chat oriented live stream than in live streams past. Because like I said, I spent the last 2 hours trying to get everything set up, and then it kind of screwed up anyway. So it probably is interference from the wrist wrap. It messes with the. It messes with the signals and the technical stuff. Wonderlick Drone, giving up on Panasonic. I'm not giving up on Panasonic. I still really like their cameras. The problem is that I've decided that something that I need is good autofocus. I messed around with the GH5 for a while. I've messed around with G7, the G85, and they're fantastic, and the app is super powerful, and you can get it to go, and that works for people. But I decided that I personally want good autofocus. I want to be able to sit down and not have to worry about it, that it just works. I just want it to work without me having to mess around with it. So autofocus is very important for me right now. Flip screen would be great, so like the EOS R would be awesome. But I don't know, I don't want that crop. Like, the crop kind of turns it into an APS-C camera, but if I'm gonna get an APS-C camera, then I'll just get the Fuji X-T3, where this whole setup with the kit lens, which is over there, is less than the price of just the body of the EOS R. I think this is actually one of the best deals, because this lets you, with the battery grip, it does 3 batteries, so battery in the camera, 2 batteries in the grip, and then what I like, and we were going to stream on this week, maybe we'll stream on this next week, it's got DCI in, so you can just straight up plug this into the wall without needing a dummy battery or anything like that, which makes this incredibly powerful. Like the X-T3 is a phenomenal. I mean, so that's why this is hard, right? There's not a bad, none of these cameras are bad. They're all so darn good. It just depends on like, what do you need? So if it wasn't for the Tamron, the A7 III would have been out. Like, I almost sold the A7. I had a buyer for the A7 III a few days ago. The A7 III was almost out until I got the Tamron. The Tamron came in today, and I was like, well, let's try it out. And then I saw it, and I was like, it's beautiful. So the A7 III is still in contention, but the thing I don't like about the A7 III is, hey, I'm getting ready to go, here's something else, I'm getting ready to go to CES in January. I've got the hotel, the flight, everything booked. I will be heading to the Las Vegas Convention Center, and I'm trying to set up, like, my kit. If it wasn't, so the only reason that I haven't just said straight up yes to the A7 III is this right here. The iPad is now it's now my travel editing platform. It's really good for that. I've edited a few videos on it. Nothing on the channel, but for like some home stuff, it works fantastically well. The problem is that it doesn't really see Sony footage. Like, I can't take the SD card out and pop it in there to import. It doesn't work that way. I can't just... I've seen YouTube videos where people are able to get it straight out of their camera. I can't figure out how to do it. I've followed all the like tutorials and I can't get it to work. So I can't get the footage into the iPad without having another computer, which defeats the purpose, which really stinks. The X-T3, I don't have an XQD card. I do have one on order that should be here on Tuesday. I think the Nikon will be fine for that, so that would be fine. I've got the FTZ adapter coming in too, because I saw a video with Peter Gregg, and I don't have the links in this description, but I will be putting one in the links of the Wednesday video where he did a video where he did the Z6 with the FTZ adapter and a 50mm 1.4 like Nikon SLR lens, and the autofocus worked awesome, which is really, really great. So that happened, but then where was I going? Oh yeah, so the Z6 could work as my mobile, as the camera for all my mobile stuff. But the one that works the best in that way is the X-T3 because it uses SD cards. The SD cards are easily picked up by the iPad. But I like, now that I'm starting to use full frame and I've got some of these full frame cameras that the lenses aren't that big, I kind of want to stick with the full frame camera. And since the A7S III will be coming out at some point, and the whatever the new APS-C Sony camera is, I'd like to keep this Tamron lens to use on those, because the Tamron lens is like the best darn reason to have to be in the Sony system. So it's like it's like a triumvirate. It's like a what? Nothing can just be bad. Like, they're all great. This obviously does not have stabilization, which sucks. If this had stabilization, it would be a much harder pick. But I also, if this had mini HDMI, for some reason I remember this having mini HDMI, but it has the micro HDMI, which isn't the worst, but it's not the best. The Z6, I'm kind of on the fence about. Like I said, I really, really like it. I like the colors once you're able to pull the contrast down, because the contrast in the camera is, the contrast in like just standard picture profile for the Z6 is outrageously bad. Like, it is pretty rough. Alan, it seems that Lightroom does not support X-T3. I don't know. I only use Photoshop for like my thumbnails. I don't really do a lot of photography. Fly Natural, he must have done that after we ate. I was in a lot of pain at the table. If you were like, man, why is Gary being so distant at the table for the dinner after Spinup? It was because I was like, oh my goodness, I think my wrists are broken. Like, both wrists were killing me. This was definitely... it happened right before the dinner. Yep, I definitely fell off of one wheel. Fuji Glass Rocks, yeah, I really like the kit lens. They've got some primes that are like really stellar looking things out there too. Dennis Lovelady, I agree. I really think the Everyday Dad is like the coolest guy ever also. What's up, Terry Warfield? Use the X-T3, Vincent Chen, use the X-T3. Yeah, I mean, I like all of them. That's the thing, is I can't find like that thing that just makes me not want to like the camera. The only thing that, so like, each camera has one thing that I just could be a deal breaker, but the other camera has a deal breaker. They all three have a deal breaker. The XQD in the lens lineup, the doesn't work with the iPad, and no stabilization. I mean, nothing's perfect. Nothing is perfect, and that's true. It was it was the coolest. Yeah, the coolest guy ever. Nope, Dennis, it was 100. It was 100%. 100% me being the coolest guy ever. When they let me check in, I just typed in like, it was business, and I just said my business is the coolest guy ever, because, right? That's what I do. What's up, Josh Haynes? Rhinance Vlogs. I will probably not be coming to Nepal, unfortunately. Hugh Sweeney, if you still got the EOS R, I just used it tonight on YouTube video, and the focus worked out great compared to my G5. I do not. So like I say in the videos, I don't own any. Well, okay. This is the only one of these cameras that I own is the A7 III. I don't own the Z6. It's on loan to me from B&H. I don't own the X-T3. It's on loan to me from B&H. So I don't own a lot of the camera gear I end up using. Some of it I do buy, like the A7 III. And I'm considering just having them build me for the Z6, because, again, I really like the Z6. The touchscreen, the autofocus. I don't do 4K 60, or the Fuji X-T3 would be up there a little higher. I'm more of I like 4K 30. I like 30 frames per second myself, because, I don't know, I feel like a regular person. Tomple913, if the X-T3 had stabilization, it would be king. Yeah, if it had stabilization, it would be really, really good. Really, really good. Carl Schmelin, anyone scared about Article 13? I mean, I don't live in Europe. There's nothing much I can do about it from here, so I really kind of hope that they don't do it, because I do think it will have problems for the... I mean, I don't do a lot of copyright stuff. If they do pass it, though, like this, the Star Wars thing's gonna have to come down. We're gonna have to get, like... Maybe we should do that anyway, because I don't know, like... I watched an interesting video the other day on fair use and product placements, that maybe I should start, like, just having a red hat and regular shirts anyways, because this is... I'm not sure how this falls under fair use to use, like, trademarked items like that. Weird stuff. Rynance Vlogs, somebody else has it. I sold my C200 because it was just too big. Too big. Wonderlic Drones, you mentioned CES. What other events do you go to? Well, I'm hoping this is the year that I want to start going, or 2019 is, like, the year that I want to start going to all the events. So I'm going to go to CES. I'm registered for NAB. I don't have, like, that locked in yet. I would like to go to VidCon and maybe Vid Summit, and then Photo Plus Expo in New York City next year. Those are the 5 that I really want to hit up next year. So I'm going to try to get out and about more often. More out and about more often? I want to get out and about more often is what I am hoping for. Augmented Gravity, get that DJI Osmo Pocket. I do. I have it on pre-order. So what I'm going to do is, I saw... was it Lloyd Mendenhall and 400 AGL? They went to, like, Best Buys, and they saw that, like, Best Buys have them, but they're not, like, on sale yet. So I think I've got one on pre-order through DJI, but I always have problems getting DJI to actually ship me the stuff that I pre-order. So what is it, Saturday? It comes out next Saturday, so I'll probably just go to Best Buy, buy one, and then cancel my pre-order, because I like gimbals and cameras, so it works out pretty well. Vincent Chen, A7 Mark III is awesome, looking for a great body, like the engineer panicked when it's time for body design. Yeah, I like it. I just, if it worked with the iPad, I would be much more on board with using it. Dennis Lovelady, you can look for that drone with one of those cameras you like least. What's up, Mark? Thanks for joining us. Hugh Sweeney, image stabilization is everything. I rarely use my tripod now. I used to use a bigger rigged cameras. Now the GH5, no rig or anything, just the Atomos sometimes. Almost everything that I do is on some kind of stabilized rig, so stabilization is not as big for me. Like, most of my stuff's either on tripods, or my little dolly skater, or my fluid head for, like, B-roll shots. I used to do a lot more handheld B-roll when I had a GH5. And in my perfect world, I would have a full-frame camera like the A7 III or the Z6 to be like my, my talking head pretty camera. But then for B-roll, I would use something like the GH5, where now I use the RX100 Mark V, but I would prefer to have a GH5. I just, $500 camera versus a $2,200 camera with the lens, and, when we already got so much money tied up in cameras, we can't have too many cameras. So we're coming up on 2 years in the channel. Here's something that you guys might not know. We're coming up on 2 years in the channel, and I always promised myself that I would run the channel at a deficit for the first 2 years, but then after 2 years, it's got to start, like, being, like, a productive, like, it's got to start paying bills. Like, it hasn't had to pay bills yet. It's got to start paying bills in 2019, so I probably will not just be spending crazy money on cameras. Like, real life is going to hit the YouTube channel here pretty soon, because it's got to pay the rent. Tompi, I bought a Z6 for stills, now I realize I need to get into video. Thanks to you. Well, yeah, I mean, it is amazing. Photo gear fun, can't wait for the Pocket Osmo. Gonna take mine on a trip for review. That's, yeah, I don't know, I'm kind of like meh about it. So the reason I bring the GoPro with me everywhere is, if I don't have a camera, if I'm not making like a video for YouTube, I'll use my cell phone as my video camera, basically. But the reason I always have my GoPro is, if it's raining, or I think whatever I'm gonna do is gonna break my phone, I'll use the GoPro instead. So I don't know why I would use the Osmo Pocket yet. It might find a way as, like, being recording me as I do stuff, like as a C camera. I think it could be useful for that, since it's got the screen facing you. It's got the tracking and all that stuff. Maybe I can, like, hook it on a stick or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out, but I'm gonna get one, obviously, but I'm not, like, super pumped about it. Osmo Pocket, yep, it did, because they are darn expensive. Darn expensive. Osmo Pocket, Vincent Chen, gimbals for the win. I haven't used a gimbal in a while. I just prefer fluid head tripod. If in the time it takes me to get a gimbal, I could have gotten the same shot somewhere. And again, I just make these videos. If I made, like, more weddings or stuff like that, I'm sure I would use a gimbal more often. Kenneth Duke, I think Wonder Wife is streaming or watching to see what Ted has to say about the green chairs. I think she's asleep right now. I came up here about an hour ago to set everything up, and I haven't heard from her, so I assume she's asleep. Terry Warfield, I can't wait for the Pocket. I mean, once I start using it, maybe I'll figure out a use for it. Like I said, I think the way that I think it would be most useful for me is maybe if I like attach it to, so the rig here has a whole bunch, you know, a whole bunch of attachment points. Maybe I'll attach it out and put it on my like articulating arm so you can like see what I'm doing more instead of just like me talking to the camera. You can see like another angle. I think that's the best way that I'll use it, but we'll see. We'll see. Oklahoma Droner, help at home going good. Yep. Mike Dretcher's hi. Well, hey, thanks so much. I Am Wedge definitely knows how to break a GoPro. Trust me. I've seen the pictures of I Am Wedge breaking a GoPro. Vincent Chen, do you connections to get the new Panasonic G1 full frame? I do not have any connections. Panasonic, if you're one of the 61 people watching, if you want somebody to review your S1, you can send it to me. I mean, I'm going to get one anyway. I'll get one to review, but if you want to send me one early, I won't say no. I will absolutely beat you up on that autofocus, though. I will, because maybe at some point the depth from defocus and AI will be able to work together. Maybe the Panasonic S1s will be the first ones that are able to, like, really nail it because of, like, the processing power they're going to be able to put into it. I don't think they're going to be able to. I mean, so for those that are not like huge camera nerds, so there's two real types of autofocus, right? There's contrast-based autofocus and there's phase detection autofocus, where phase detection is like little cells on the sensor itself that like detect light and decide where things are in focus, whereas contrast-based is where it like judges the photos and it like hunts for it. Hey, look who it is. You want to say hi?
No. I'm in my pajamas.
Could you say hi to everybody?
Hey, everybody. What's going on?
So were you asleep?
I fell asleep, yeah, and it's been so cold, I put my pajamas on and laid in bed to get warm and fell asleep. So I heard you talking, and I was like, well, let me come up, and then, well, I'm not dressed to be on camera.
Okay, so will you tell everybody that I haven't, like, murdered you, or I'm not, like, keeping you away?
No, why would they think that?
Because you haven't been on for, like, a month?
That's not true.
It is true.
It can't be.
It is very true.
What? Really?
Yep.
Oh. What time is it? Do I have time to put a shirt on and look presentable?
Well, we got 30 more minutes if you want to... I'm sure everybody would love to see you.
Give me a second to put clothes on.
Okay. PG. Let's keep it PG. But yeah, so contrast-based autofocus is what Panasonic uses. I don't really like it, and again, like we mentioned earlier, that I just won't use it. I decided, hey, what's up, Ready Set Drone? Hey, thanks for joining us. Oh, I just lost where I was. Rydance Vlogs, you have your Andesine A6. It's somewhere back there. I haven't been using it because I've been using the Adamus Ninja 5. The Andesine A6 does perfectly well. I mean, it has like focus peaking, it has false color, it has regular peaking. It's a perfectly usable. It will accept a 4K image and display it in 1080p for the price. I think it's one of the best monitors out there. Like, it's really great. Yep, T5i, I do. I'm going to start going through, in 2019, we're going to start getting back into, we've been doing budget cameras that are current, but I would like to start checking out older cameras. It's just going to be hard to get a hold of them. Augmented gravity, people say the Pocket is a GoPro Hero 7 killer. They're different cameras for different uses. Like, the GoPro is waterproof, it's more durable. The Pocket, I have held the Pocket, and it is really small, and it feels good. It doesn't feel like cheap, but I mean, it's got every moving piece of like any kind of machinery is a point of failure or a point of breaking, and that's what makes it. Normally I'm all about gimbals, so don't get me wrong. I don't know. I want to get it in hand before I make any big statement about it. Yep. Oh, I see. The wonder what I think she'll get her out of her PJs and she'll come up and hang out. She'll come up and hang out. Yeah, she's still around. The green chairs are still here because I can't ever get rid of them. I can't ever get. Oh yeah, okay. So I see people talking about this one. Yeah. So the reason Panasonic does not use phase detection autofocus is you do give up some image quality, or you do give up like. You will have more moire, you will have more, pixel binning, I don't know. None of that stuff matters to me. But you will have degraded image quality to get that. So Panasonic's trying to get the best image quality they can out of their sensors, so they don't put phase detection on the sensor itself. I mean, they're aiming at a different market. They're not aiming at me as a market. It's just, it is ancillary that the GH5 works really well for YouTube, but it's not like, online content is not something that Panasonic's trying to cater to, because if they were, they would have kept the screen, they would have kept the flip screen, and they would have kept the, or they would get like some kind of phase detection autofocus. I think they think that at some point depth from defocus will work as good as phase detection, but it's going to need a lot of processing power, because it's not, I have not found that the GH5 has a problem getting focus anymore. It used to. What it has a problem with for me is like you'll see it hunt in the background, and it drives me nuts to see that. I've tried not seeing it, but it drives me nuts to see it. It drives me nuts. Yeah, Ryan Nance, we're definitely going to be doing the A6500. A6500. Vincent Chen, vector scopes, yeah, those are incredibly powerful. What I've been using a lot now is waveform. I've never really used waveform monitors, but since having the C200, and I pop the waveform on the Ninja 5 all the time, it's starting to be how I expose stuff, which is working out. Outside Denis, talk about the EOS R and why it fell short for me. Why did it? I didn't like how expensive it was. So for the EOS R with the kit lens, that's $3,300. So for example, the kit that I just bought today actually was the Z6, the adapter, the kit lens, a 50mm 1.4, the XQD card, and the power bank that lets you power the camera from the wall. All of that cost me $3,100. I mean, I think the Canon L glass is fine, but I've also heard bad things about the adapter. I do have the adapter back here. The box is like right there. What are you doing? If you're hearing beeping, the everyday wife left her. Stop! It's up here. Where is it? The everyday wife is beeping her phone because she loses it, so she uses this all the time. But yeah, the EOS R wasn't bad. It just, I guess, I don't know. I've kind of considered, maybe I need to get another EOS R in, because that was a good one. The thing is, even on flip screens, I know I've been saying this just because it's like the thing for YouTubers to say is, oh, we need flip screens, but I have not been using, even when the cameras have a flip screen, I haven't been using them. I've been using this monitor because this monitor has way more like, so basically what's happened is my camera system, are you coming over here?
Yeah. I'm just setting up.
Hold on, you're gonna have to sit in the purple chair, because with my wrist, I cannot move the green chair, because it's heavy.
Okay.
Hold on, everybody, let me.
It's fine, just let me move around this.
Well, watch out for the HDMI cable.
Alright, I see it.
Well, I'm gonna have to move so you can.
You're fine.
No, I have to move so you can be in frame, like.
What do you mean?
You understand how cameras work, right? Like, see, that's me.
Yeah, there's a purple chair. Right, there's the arm.
Okay, hold on.
Right here, I'll just move it right like this.
Ah, okay, I can't. Hold on, you guys get to
You're
see some.
fine.
Get to see
You're
some fun.
fine.
You will not be
Where
in the
are you
frame.
at, like on live so I can see the chat?
I'm on the YouTube.
Like the everyday dad?
Yeah, the same place that we always are. Same dad time, same dad channel. Right, everybody? I bet I'm... Okay.
Gary, don't be lifting stuff.
Okay. Alright. That's as close as you're going to get. Be careful. Be careful.
Got it.
Did she make it? She made it!
Hey.
Hooray!
Made it.
We might have to zoom out a little
Made
bit. Are you in frame? Kinda. Kinda.
This is my I was sleeping face in my pajamas, but
There we go.
at least I can see you.
Okay, everybody, say hey to the everyday wife.
What's up, everybody?
Wow, that really. Where'd my brace go?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Did you bring it up here?
I was just wearing it 5 seconds ago.
I don't know.
Oh, it's right there.
Oh.
So hey, you guys can kind of see like what my current studio setting is you can see. So here's my deflector. Here's the big light over here. I deflect light that way instead of having another light. Let's make sure everybody can hear you too. And what's up? Are you gonna say hi?
Golf clap. Oh yeah. What's up? Oh hey, I am Wedge. You always make me laugh. Hey, what's up, Jim and Mark? Floyd, Dennis. Do you both have Apple Watch Series 4? No.
I have a 3. She has a 1.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, that's true. So hold on. What I was getting ready to say is, so the center. So the center of my camera systems from now on is not the camera. It's this Atomos Ninja V. Like, if I can recommend like one piece of gear as like the thing that I could not live without, it's this Ninja V. Like, this thing is this is value for money. It is $700, so it costs more than like the M50. But like, oh, that's not it. It's plugged in right now, but it records straight to a hard drive. I just plugged it into the computer. I edit straight off the hard drive. It has like shows me what's in focus. It has a touchscreen that works really well. The preamps built into this are better than some cameras. Like, this is the thing. If you take away one thing from like my gear, so I'm about to do, not next week, but the week after that, we're gonna do like the best gear of the year. I'm probably gonna change the name.
That's cute.
Yeah, but other people use that too. So I'm gonna try to think of like something better to say. But we're gonna do like best budget camera, best mid-range camera, best high-end camera. Best accessory will absolutely be the Ninja 5. Spoiler alert, because it's amazing.
Oh, shoot.
What are you giggling about?
I see comments, no coffee. Kenneth Duke says, if he makes you mad, tap him on the wrist.
So yeah, that's like the Ninja 5 makes cameras sing, and it doesn't have to just be like one of these cameras. It could be any camera, though it does let you do 10-bit 422 out of the X-T3, lets you do 10-bit 4K full frame out of the Z6, which I got a lot of heat. People are like, so if you saw my video about the Nikon Z6 where I said it's the best video camera under 30 grand, like, I meant that. People are like, no, you mean 3 grand. I mean, no. So if this Z6 with the Atomos Ninja V can do 4K 10-bit 30 frames per second, full width of the sensor in this body. The next camera that can do that is the C700 full frame, which is a $30,000 camera. So think about like what Nikon has done here is legitimately amazing. Like legitimately amazing what they've done. And I'm not saying that it's the perfect camera. It's really good. But you got it like what they've done is nothing short of amazing. Help at home, Jim. Donations toward Wonder Wife's show appearance fee. Let's see the wonderful interaction. Well, thanks for joining us. Now people are excited to see you. People, I got so at Spinup. I don't know.
Thank you, Jim. You're so sweet.
I don't know if the Murdoch family is here, but they were very concerned that like, I got embarrassed of you with your coffee tirade last month.
No, I don't think. I think that was a genuine interaction of how life really is here, right?
Yes.
Like caffeine just makes me a little unhinged.
Because, like we've said, you know, there's people that drink caffeine all the time and it gets you up to like normal, and then there's people like somebody that don't drink caffeine all the time and it takes you into like
it's outer space. It's awesome.
I am Wedge. Gary said there was no way that you were going to be able to escape the cage you locked in, plus he said that if you escaped there'd be no way you would get past the locks in the door. I guess he was wrong. Welcome back. Yeah, I'm not a locksmith apparently. Maybe we should hire one.
WB, I didn't know what that meant. So,
welcome back.
Well, now I know. I read it too.
You're like more
welcome back.
You're like more into
WB
like the internet
like,
culture than I am. How do you not know that?
I mean, I had to figure out what was like FOMO for a while. I was like FOMO.
I don't. What's that?
Fear of missing out, right? FO.
Oh, for some reason I had PH in my head.
Okay.
Like FOMO.
Like fat.
I don't know.
P-H-A-T.
I don't know.
Another one was TMW. That moment when. But then there's another one, TFM.
That face when?
No. That Feeling when.
Oh.
Right, I'm not going to curse on the show.
Thank you. Vincent Chen, $5. Canon protects their cinema line like no 4K UHD. Yeah, they really do, and that's unfortunate. But I do think the EOS R is like a mini cinema camera because it will do 4K 30, and it's basically the same size as once you include the crop. It's like a cropped. It's like a mini C200 kinda. Once that adapter comes out with the ND filter, maybe I'll give it another shot and give it a try. But the EOS R was good. It was one of the best feeling cameras I'd held in my hand. And now that I didn't have the Ninja V at the time that I had that, maybe I do need to get the EOS R back in. Maybe. But I got some. I don't know. I have some some bad memories of the EOS R because I released that. So if you guys remember, this time like a month and a half ago. I released like a series of 3 videos that did terrible and like the channel took a nosedive. And the first one of that was the A7 III versus the EOS R because I used a picture profile that turned out terrible. And so I had the video, it looked like garbage. So I reshot it, re-edited it, re-uploaded, and then it got like no traffic. So I did not end up liking that at all.
Kenneth says my bedtime look is classy. That's hilarious. Should wear my glasses more often.
It's nice not having to need glasses.
Oh, Dennis Lovelady says, here's some health care for your wrist.
Health care for the wrist,
oh, yep. Fist bump.
So so here's a funny story. Dennis was at the dinner, and if anybody else was at the Spinup dinner the night of Spinup, if you were like, man, I wonder why he's not shaking hands, or if he's like, why is he just like, seems like he's in such a bad, why did the Everyday Dad leave so early? And why did he give everybody fist bumps? Well, it was because I thought my wrist was broken at the time.
Y'all, I picked him up from the airport. We went right to the hospital.
And somebody made fun of me for crying.
Who?
Yeah, Kelly was there. Kelly saw it. Ready, Set, Drone's here.
Okay, I was like, not me. But Kelly, I'm sorry I missed. That looked like a lot of fun. You guys had a great time.
So embarrassing. That was one of the most embarrassing things. Because I consider myself pretty
Did you cry when it happened?
No.
Oh.
I consider myself like a balanced person
You're a little athletic?
I feel athletic. And then I hopped on that thing and like 30 seconds later I heard like Kelly and Brennan and Chris like, what are you doing? And right as I heard, what are you doing? I then like the brakes kicked on or something and I flew from it.
You're a nerd trapped in a jack's body. I don't know how you fell.
That's how I fell.
I don't know.
Oh, if you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at, right? I laugh at myself.
I only wish somebody would have been videotaping that.
I do not
that
wish
would have
that.
been YouTube gold, you guys.
Nope. Nobody got it on video, Lloyd.
Never miss an opportunity like that.
Nope. So from now on, my clause.
Oh no.
My clause is gonna be like, nobody's allowed to videotape me when I do dumb stuff.
I know when he told me I fell off a skateboard, I'm like, what? What? I was like, if I was there, that never would have happened. Like, you were just with your boys and you thought, this is a good idea. And I know if I would have been there, I'd been like, no. But unfortunately, you did not have that. And now we have this nice little
Look,
memoir.
No good story ever started out with, so there I was and everything went perfect.
So I wanted to do something crazy, but my wife wasn't around. And I thought, she'll never know.
She'll never know
She'll never find out.
Until I'm like, please take me to the hospital. Yeah, it could have been added to Fail Army. That's something. Do they still do Fail Army videos?
Yeah,
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that in a while.
I recognize it because I think sometimes it shows up. What are you doing? Do not light my face up. I am bedtime ready. It was better how it was. Nope,
you gotta have some light on you.
Look,
you're like in the shadows.
I'm totally fine. I'm in my pajamas. If anybody, you guys, there's the plug right now for Hannah Anderson pajamas. Who? I've always wanted a pair of Hannah Anderson.
What is that?
It's a brand. And so I got them. They're Christmas trolls. See, they're Christmas trolls.
They look like gnomes.
They're gnomes, yeah. Christmas trolls. Trolls? Gnomes? Aren't trolls and gnomes similar?
No.
They're gnomes. They're gnomes. I don't know my creatures of the forest, apparently.
This person.
I got my nerd self checked right there because I don't know, I thought it was a troll. But it's a gnome because it has a pointy hat. Anyway, they're super comfy. They're made from like angel hair. And there's my plug for if you need to get something for your wife, Hannah Anderson pajamas, you guys. Get some. They come in a
not
set.
Hashtag not sponsored.
No, they did not send me these pajamas. I purchased them online myself.
I did the hashtag thing.
I really was like, oh, I saw that.
That's pretty good.
I don't know what to tell you.
So yeah, I enjoyed Spinup. Kelly, thanks for inviting me. It was an awesome time. I had a very, very good time.
You were drinking Mountain Dew?
No.
All right. Kelly said, hold my Mountain Dew is what you said before you did it.
What he meant was Diet Coke.
Okay. Because Mountain Dew is teeth's end, okay? Nobody be drinking that. From your friendly neighborhood dental hygienist, do not drink Mountain Dew. So there you go. There's your dental care for the night. There you go. That's what you tune into the pillars of action for, is good timely dental advice. It's really the pillars of enamel, right? The pillars of the toothbrush. Wah, wah. The triumvirate, right? Mouthwash. Nope. Floss. Nope. Toothbrush. Nope. No? Nope. We'll have to have a live stream about dental care. And as soon as she started talking about dental care, the viewership dropped off by like... Oh, it did! By like 8 people. 8 people were like, I'm not having none of that. I drink Mountain Dew right now. Back away, lady. Sorry, people out there. Just trying to help you out. So let's get back on track. Let's talk about... what were we talking about? If you guys have any questions about the Z6, the A7 III, the XT3, if there's anything you guys like to see, let me know. We can chat about it. If you have any questions for the everyday dad or mom, wife, everyday life partner, the everyday significant other, spouse, the everyday significant, the everyday spouse. The spouse. But that's the same thing as the wife. That's correct. That's the same thing as like wife. Life partner, spouse. The everyday co-host, here to my left. The everyday better looking partner. That's very true. Just saying. But yeah, so this would be a lot easier if one of these cameras just had like a fatal flaw that I could be. Well, if they had like. If one of them didn't have a fatal flaw, I guess, because like I said, each of them has a problem, and I guess the one that has the least amount of problems is the XT3, because with the battery grip, it really kind of turns into like my perfect camera. Maybe we'll live stream from this next week to see how it works out. But I do like the full frame lenses. I like the Nikon lenses. I like the Sony lenses, but they're expensive. I really wish that the footage from the A7 III worked better with the iPad Pro. If it did that, like this Tamron lens is off the hizzook. What? It's really amazing. Reddy said, Drone, so I bought a GH5. What's next from Panasonic? Well, in the new year, they're releasing their full-frame mirrorless cameras. Their S1 and their S1R. We don't know a lot about the video specs on them other than they say 4K 60. But that's not really, that's 4K 60 on a full frame camera. That's going to generate a lot of heat. Ooh, hot. So I don't know how they're going to, dissipate that. But I'll try them out, but they don't have the flip screen anymore. They don't have good they'll have their, I don't want to say that it's not good autofocus till I get my hands on it, but it will be Panasonic's depth from defocus autofocus, where if we judge it based off their current depth from defocus autofocus technology, it will not be as good. So yeah, I've got like the triumvirate with me right now. So since I sold my cinema camera like right before Spinup, I've got 3 cameras on me right now that I'm kind of deciding like which ones that I'm gonna go with. So we've got the Z6, the Nikon video camera. That's amazing. Like, I'm shocked that Nikon has a video camera that's awesome. So there's that one.
There's the Fuji X-T3, which is probably the best video camera released this year. And then we've got the Sony a7 III. And the reason I like the Sony a7 III a lot is that Tamron 28-75 lens is beautiful. Beautiful. So, I don't know. I think what's going to end up happening is... So, full disclosure, I don't own the X-T3. I don't own the Z6. I do own the a7 III. And today, like, so here's a trick. I'm going to let you guys in. I'm going to let you guys in on... Hold on. I'm gonna let you guys in on an everyday dad camera buying trick, right? So I don't tell very many people this, so keep it to yourself. So on the weekends or before like a right before or like right after like a Jewish holiday, if you check B&H Photo, they shut the store down. But what they'll do is they'll update their used camera gear like right at that time. So like right as it shuts down, they will update their used camera gear. So if you are looking for something, you could find something open box. You could, which basically means brand new, but like $300 off. You can find all sorts of fantastic deals like on holidays or on the weekends. But what makes it awesome is that they'll tell you when they're going to open back up, right? So you'll then have the opportunity to be like, okay, it's open. I know it's all this. I put it in my cart. Goes live again. You buy it all, and you just saved like no kidding $1,000 like that. I do that all the time. I'm telling you guys, that is, if you have any interest in camera gear, that is the way to do it. Like, so I just bought. So today when it came back up, I bought the Z6 with the adapter, XQD card. Like I said earlier, I got it for $3,100, which normally would cost about $3,700. So I'm telling you, that is the way to do it. I could cancel it though, so I may still cancel that order. What I'm finding out is I've got a Photo Gear Fun, if he's still here. He recommended to me a RAV Power hub, which I can plug an SD card into, and then it will wirelessly transmit to my iPad. So if that works reasonably well, I will probably stick with the a7 III. If that doesn't work, we'll be going with the Z6, because the Z6, I love it. Like, look at that. I think I could probably pull the saturation. So when I'm over here, I'm looking at the screen where I can see like what we're doing. Oh. I probably will pull the saturation down a little bit. So the way I judge like if my camera's oversaturated is it looks like I have lipstick on. And we're like, it doesn't look like I have lipstick on right now, but we're bumping up against it. It might be just like a hair oversaturated right now. So we'll bump it down one more and it'll probably be perfect. What's up, Bill Utah? Hey, thanks for joining us. Hey, so I don't know if the Maxwells are here. If the Maxwells are here, if Bill's here, and if Thomas Gerardis is here, I need you guys to like DM me like on Twitter after this. So after this stream, Bill, Thomas, and the Maxwells, if you guys are here, DM me after the stream. I got a question for you guys. I just missed a whole bunch of questions. What's up, Mel? I see Mel's in here.
Denis Lovelady.
Dennis, are you talking about the File Hub Plus? I think it was the RAV Power. Hold on, let me check my Amazon account. It might have been. It might have been. What are you laughing about?
Mel.
Yeah, RAV Power File Hub Plus. So it's like a battery and a wireless hub, which I'm pretty excited about. If it works out, then that will be like the reason I keep the a7 III. So if I'm looking for just like straight up travel stuff, the X-T3 comes out on top. Because the SD cards work perfectly with the iPad Pro, 4K all day long. It has the best recording rates of any of the three cameras, but the Z6 has better I don't know.
Woo. Okay.
I've been going round and round in circles about this for the last 3 days. Freddie Causey, $2. Well, thanks for the info about B&H. Yeah, I'm telling you, you go for the weekend. They'll update their used stuff. I buy most of my gear used. So I bought the a7 III when it first came out, and then I sold it. Yeah, I sold it because it was just like too expensive for the channel at the time. But then I got another one almost immediately thereafter before they ever came back in stock. Like we were doing this live stream and the everyday wife and I were waiting for the live stream to end because after like 30 minutes after the live stream ended, their store like turned back on and I was able to get the a7 III when it was still out of stock for that way. Same thing with the Z6. I just got it open box for like $300 left. But what open box means is it's basically you still get the warranty. They treat it like it's brand new. It's just been opened. I do it all the time.
No, Kenneth Duke. No way. I don't want another trip to the hospital.
Yeah, no.
No.
No, thank you. Demacro, can you review the new Sigma 56mm 1.4 for Sony APS-C E-mount? I don't know. I don't know what I would ever use that for. I don't take portraits. It's more of a portrait lens because it's what, like roughly 85mm equivalent. I would never really use that for anything. I do really like the Sigma lenses though. I am Wedge, my passport wireless. That's what I was gonna try. If this thing from Amazon doesn't come tomorrow, I was gonna try that. I have tried one of those before, but it was to try to do the footage out of the Ninja V. But the Ninja 5 records in ProRes, which does not play well with the LumaFusion editing app. So I can't do that, but I did not try it with just like internal footage. So because that's smaller, maybe it'll work better. And if that works, it would be great because I need because I'm going to try to record everything when I'm at CES, and I want to be able to create videos for you guys while I'm there. And part of that's going to be the iPad, and part of it's going to be the camera playing well with the iPad, and just like cranking that content out. Because the reason I'm able to go to CES is not just, for me, it's because you guys have watched the channel, and the channel's gotten big enough that I can afford to like go there. So what I want to do is show you guys like the new cool stuff. And the way that it's most relevant is like as it's happening. So I'm gonna try to put out a video a day while I'm at CES with like one cool thing that I saw. And so yeah, I need the footage to play well with the iPad for that to happen. Vincent, art glass. I've only got the 18 to 35 art glass. It's fine. I really like the Sigma DCDN lenses for like the Sony APS-C mounts. Those are some of my favorite lenses of all time because they're very reasonably priced and they're gorgeous glass. I like native lenses better, except for the Tamron. I don't know. I don't know. Where are we at? Whoop. I don't know what that just said. Yeah, decisions. I don't know. Don't smack me.
I didn't.
Kenneth,
I told Kenneth no. Oh. You're welcome.
Hold on. I'm Apple addiction. Yeah, you'll never break my Apple addiction. The reason why you'll never break my Apple addiction is it all works together. Like that's the problem is I just like gear that just works, right? And so the watch works with the phone, works with my headphones, works with the Mac, works with everything. The only problem I have is that the iPad Pro does not like recognize hard drives. If I could plug in a hard drive to the iPad Pro, game over.
Oh.
Game over. What's up?
Oklahoma Droner is just being sweet. Even though I look like I took a bath and went to bed.
I get that a lot. I get that a lot. Dan Dipper, I do have one. I do have the Osmo Pocket on pre-order, so as soon as we get it in, there will be videos. Don't you worry about that. Don't you worry about that. We might have to break. Yeah,
you're getting that DJ Osmo Pocket or whatever, right?
I literally just said that.
Somebody's asking.
I literally just said that.
You did?
Yes.
Oh.
So, hey, do you guys remember the stream? Do you guys remember the stream last week? What? Oh, was I supposed to be paying attention?
No, was I here last week?
No.
Oh. Were you making fun of me?
No. What? Was I making? No, I wasn't making. Why would I make fun of you?
You did.
No.
I vaguely remember something about that now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Vaguely.
What?
I'm going to ask Christina. She'll tell the truth.
No.
Because, yeah, I couldn't see that live stream.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's right. You guys, did he make fun of me? Tell me the truth. Chat it up. The green chair. Kenneth Duke. What? All right, there's two.
Yeah, there's two green chairs.
They're still here. There's
two green chairs. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Hold on while I go change out the battery on this light. Ouch, shit, that's hot.
Consideration Station says he did.
What?
Mm-hmm.
You guys are full of it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Back from the Sky says, maybe. Let's see. Yes, Melio. What are you doing?
What? I'm just standing. I'm changing out the battery.
You're so full of shish kebabs. What are you doing?
I'm changing out the battery.
You really are? I don't trust him. Sometimes he does sneaky stuff and I don't know until the end. But remember, there's always wet willies.
I don't know what I don't know what she's talking about. The hotel did have a green chair. The hotel absolutely had a green chair. I remember that part.
I am Wedge. I know. I'm onto you and him together, plotting the demise of these chairs. Okay?
They're gross.
I'm onto you. What? Well, we could just reupholster them. Wouldn't that be a great way to recycle? Reduce, reuse, recycle. What? DDA Ohio, what kind of drug am I on? Just life, baby.
Just
High on
life.
life. No drugs. Let's see. Vincent Chen.
Yeah, see, everybody's saying I didn't make fun of you. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I think they did.
Nope.
I
don't
think
know what
they
you're talking
confirmed
about.
my suspicion.
Nope, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Chris Hope, the release date of the Osmo Pocket is next Saturday. I think it's the 15th. So I have it on pre-order with DJI, but I'll probably just go to Best Buy and pick one up and then cancel my pre-order with DJI because I have nothing but problems when I pre-order stuff from DJI. Like the drones always come late. The everything comes late when I pre-order through DJI. So I have it on pre-order just on the off chance they send it out early, which they won't. So I will be I'll just drive to Best Buy, pick it up, and then cancel my pre-order. Cancel it with DJI. What are you typing over there?
No. Nothing.
Nope, I see you guys. Like
no,
that's
you
not.
don't. No, you don't.
She got in a lot of trouble the last time she did that.
I did. We had a come to Jesus moment and a family sit down about wet willies.
We had a family meeting.
It doesn't matter if someone offers $1,000 until they offer $1 million. You're not doing another wet willy. Wah wah. So sorry, y'all. We'll have to come up with something different. Like, do you really need that hat on? Let me see. Whoa. You're naked. Here, I'll swear it backwards. Did you see that Army beat Navy?
I did see that.
Yay, right? And you know how that goes, right? You win first and you sing second. You know about the tradition? No.
I don't.
You don't. Okay, so the losing team, Army and Navy, come together. They sing their alma mater. And then the winning team gets to sing their alma mater. It's awesome.
See, I went to a good school, so why would I know any of that?
I don't know. It's like a big rivalry game.
Oh. Was it Ohio State beating Michigan? Because that's the rivalry game that I care about.
Did they win? Do you even know?
Yeah, we did.
Did you watch it?
We did win. I didn't watch. Okay, so everybody, hey, thanks for joining us. We are now at an hour. I appreciate everybody that joined us. Thanks for the everyday mom, for the everyday person that just showed up, halfway
the
through.
everyday roommate.
$2, Gary. You should order it through me, brother. Well, I already ordered it, Mel. I've already got it in order. I don't want to get in the bottom of the pre-order list. But yep. So hey, thanks for joining us, everybody. We really appreciate it. We will catch you. What's next Saturday? I feel like something's next Saturday.
We're getting close to Christmas.
We are. When is?
Right. Oh, and I have a surprise hat for you for next week.
Oh no.
But so next week.
What is next? There's nothing next Saturday.
We
I don't think
actually
there's anything
do.
next Saturday.
We got something during the day. You do.
I do?
You do.
Okay, well, anyway, we will see you guys next Saturday. Thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it for the Pillars of Action.
Oh, action.
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 That's what
Action.
amateur hour.
Look, I just want to chat with everybody. I'm glad I got to see you guys. Are you cutting it off?